Taurus, it feels like there's a lot of things on the go for you. And at the same time, Spirit is encouraging you to take breaks and slow down a little bit. There's an opportunity for healing, like I'm talking deep healing, deep wound healing from things that happened long ago or maybe even more recently. But you have to allow yourself to heal. You have to give yourself the time, space, and energy to actually heal. Some of this could just be relaxing, which is a favorite Taurus pastime. I'm a Taurus too, okay? But that said, Taurus energy works really hard, even when they're relaxing. You're strategizing, you're planning, you're thinking, you're putting things in order in your mind, you're deciding what you're going to do next. You take relaxing seriously, don't get me wrong, but that doesn't mean you just put off everything else that matters to you. There's something here that is kind of demanding of your time, energy, and attention, and Spirit saying, okay, that's fine. You can have that on your plate, but also really give yourself some time to meditate, clear your mind, just sit, think about nothing, sit in the grass, sit in the nature, sit in a bath, like really zone yourself out into this kind of meditative state, I feel, or this astral plane. Because there's some energy healing that's happening. And for some of you, this is even physical healing that is trying to occur. Like the energy's there for it, but you keep pushing yourself through something. Like you're pushing to get things done, or you're pushing to tick things off your list, or you're pushing to get to the next level, which you will. You will get there. But this will make it a lot easier. And it might seem even like it's going against your goals to suddenly just stop and relax and take a day off, but it's not. It's the recuperation and revitalization energy that you need to make it over the next hump or to proceed into the next opportunity, I'm hearing, with a lot of excitement and vitality. Okay, now I also got a message here in my meditation. I heard You Were Always on My Mind, that song, and I'm getting that someone who's on your mind, you're also on their mind. Okay, this could be part of the energy healing. I'm not sure. I haven't pulled out any cards, so we're going to see what we get. But Spirit's coming through. I'm seeing this tiger's eye. This might be an important stone for some of you. I'm really seeing Spirit say, do something that gives you, like, block off a window of time, like 5 hours, or maybe even a whole day, or maybe you need a week vacation where you can just do nothing, not have to produce or create or organize or like get things done. It's kind of like no pressure. You can do something at your own speed and you can put it down and not feel guilty about it. Okay? So I feel like you're really pushing through some difficult energy, but it's also because you're excited and there's things happening and there's things you want to do and there's opportunities you want to take. So just a little bit of guidance from Spirit there about that. But I am curious about this always on my mind piece. So let's pull out the cards and see what we get for you, Taurus. And I've been waiting to do your reading, partly because I'm also a Taurus, but like I've been feeling like this Taurus undercurrent, like, come on, when's Taurus coming? When's Taurus's energy? And this could be something you're saying to yourself, like, when am I going to like feel like I can just do things without crashing out or burning out or feeling overwhelmed? Or it could be like, when are things going to pick up? I don't think it's that. Things are picking up, right? There's a lot going on. Don't tell me things are slow. I don't feel that at all, at least whoever I'm connecting with today. But it could be the case that somebody is also saying, come on, where's Taurus? Like, I want Taurus to show up, or I'm waiting for Taurus kind of energy. For some of you, I'm seeing like all these resumes or applications or photos or like little ID cards on a table. Somebody is looking for the perfect person for a position or for, I don't know, something, an opportunity. This is like a metaphor, right? I'm not saying literally someone's doing this, although they could be. And like they keep passing over your resume or your CV or your picture or your energetic signature. But it's something like a process of elimination. They go through what they think they need or what they think looks good or what, you know, somebody who's been referred in another way. And it's like nobody makes the cut. And it's like one by one, the resumes are taken off the table. No, actually, this person, I mean, it looks good, but they're not really working out, or they don't have this one thing we really need. By a process of elimination, you become the center focus. Okay? I feel like this is supposed to be reassuring for you, because you're not getting picked and plucked from a pool of people just because of some superficial kind of attraction, okay? Or because you're just the most obvious choice. There's really something going on where someone's spending a lot of time determining the best person for them or for the job, or maybe this is even spirit. Like, who's the next oracle? You know, I don't know. But it's like spirit saying, like, what is it exactly that we need? And then you are it. But it takes some time for people to kind of go through the duds first. Okay? But then when they come to you, they really appreciate what you have to offer because they've already explored all the other opportunities. And I know that might not be the best feeling, right? To get kind of so-called chosen last, or someone has to go through all these other possibilities first in order to recognize your value. But it's coming through in a way where Spirit's saying whoever gifts you something, proposes something to you, approaches you, has really put some time, energy, and thought into why you. Okay? You are the right person for something. And that's been carefully determined. Okay, Taurus, let's see what the theme of this reading is about for you. I'm seeing like a court here, maybe a spiritual court, something like that. Transcendence, elevation, oneness, and ascent. Yeah, this is the feeling. It's like, oh, there's Taurus. And I'm noticing somebody here looking at you. There could be somebody here who's questioning, why Taurus? Why are they the one who has been chosen for this? Or why are they the one getting the accolade? Why are they the one getting the work? Why are they the one getting the recognition? Well, it is because of your determination and your perseverance, but also like your unique creativity and your ability to put an idea into form. When you want to do something, you do it. There ain't no stopping you. Except for yourself, but even then you have a hard time stopping yourself. Okay, so I feel like somebody's looking at you, questioning why you make something look easy even when it's not. I think that's one of the trade signatures of Taurus. And just to follow that up, thank you everybody for being here and showing your support and liking the video and, you know, sharing your support in the comments and everything you say, because as you know, Taurus, we make things look easy even when it's actually really challenging and hard. And this is not always the easiest thing to do, for sure, these readings. Yeah, so thank you. And I feel like Spirit is also thanking you for all the work you put into something, even though others see it and they're like, oh, well, I could do that. I don't think they could, Taurus. I don't think they can do what you're doing. And that's what I'm seeing here with this person. Now, this could also be the energy of you were always on my mind. Somebody checking you out here. Checking you out, okay. Some of you have a wonderful, beautiful voice. There's something about a concert or performing. Even if you're not singing, your voice is beautiful, okay? So yeah, I'm getting, even when strangers say hi to you and you say hi, like your voice does something to them. It's memorable. Okay, you're transcending, oneness, elevation, ascent. Yes, this is being the chosen out of all of these resumes, or I don't know why it's coming through as like little ID cards. It's like with all these numbers. I don't know. It's like your spiritual signature and stuff. And it's strange how I'm seeing it. An energy signature in numbers. Okay, let's get further into this. Tell me, Spirit, what is this transcendence about? Transcendence, healing available. You need to allow it to happen. Okay, tell me more. Success and destiny. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised that that's your destiny. I feel like the biggest blind spot, though, for you, and I don't feel like you're surprised either, but the biggest blind spot for you is acknowledging the ways in which rest, reprieve, vacation, turning off the phones, I'm hearing. I'm seeing like a switchboard here, closing the tabs, turning off the switchboard, reducing your load is actually part of your success, okay? There's something about recalibrating your energy, because you regardless of whether you decide not to give yourself time and just push through, you're going to be successful, but you're eventually going to hurt yourself in some way. It could even be physically. You could also feel like you've kind of lost your way because you feel tired. Okay? Let's see. Let's get further in. Let's see the energy supporting Taurus. You planted a seed here. And it's bound to grow. And look at this armor for your destiny, this protection. The key on your back. Okay, so tell me about the energy. Let me shuffle up these cards on the table for a second. For Taurus. Let's see for Taurus. There's something here that you have permission to bypass. Okay, it's something has become ingrained in you. Your ethics, your morals, your intentions. Like, you're allowed to bypass something that others aren't allowed to. It's something about like some others need to seek permission in order to gain access somewhere, or they need to do certain things in order to prove themselves maybe, but you've already done enough of that, you can bypass that. You can just skip ahead a little bit. Some of you are going to start, if you have your own business or you're doing something where you set your own prices, you're going to start to charge more, okay? Whereas other people feel like they need to kind of prove themselves before they acknowledge their own value. Others of you, this is like, how do I say? I saw repression and resilience. It's understanding your value and what you bring to the table and not feeling like you need to regress into some kind of permission seeking. I hope that makes sense. Maybe that's only for some of you. Okay, let's see. For some of you, there's a friend or a lover or someone at work, something like this, where you're meeting their family or you're meeting someone they're introducing you to, another person, and you're going to find that you don't really care what they think, which isn't to say you don't like this person, but you're going to find that where you would have typically been very aware and attuned to their perception of you, it's like you don't care anymore. Maybe this is something that you're skipping and bypassing. And the music just stopped and the time is 4:04 here in multiple places. So that's a number for you to keep in mind. 4:04, which reminds me of 4:04, page not found. What's that? Music stopped, 4:04, page not found. Uncontrolled, the Chariot in reverse, reckless, indecisive. There's something about you commanding more presence. It's like that part of you that maybe felt wishful thinking, 7 of Cups. I don't know what they want from me, or I don't really know how to show up. That can't be found anymore. 4:04. Okay. It's like you silence that part of yourself that's concerned. okay, with how things are reflecting back on you. That part is totally gone, I feel. This might even catch you by surprise. You generally like to make a good impression, and you do. You're Venusian ruled. You generally do make a good impression. But it's like you don't care all of a sudden. And I think that's liberating for you right now. So let's see. Energy supporting Taurus spirit. Possibilities, 7 of Cups, wishful thinking. Let's see, let's get another one. Inner journey, 8 of Cups. Ooh, 8 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Walking away from the 7 of Cups energy. What do they want from me? What do I want? Some uncertainty, that's what you're walking away from. I do feel like this deep healing clears up some confusion around your own feelings and even someone else's feelings. Even if you don't speak to them, there's some kind of clarity Spirit's giving you. You could have a dream that's very healing for you. Can I get a little bit more on what's supporting Taurus here? Inner journey, transcendence, destiny and success. Courage. Queen of Wands, taking charge, fierce energy, and attainment, Knight of Buttons, patience, tenacity. You're all these things. And I feel the biggest reward for you right now is you're realizing that you are inherently these things. You don't have to try so hard to be these things. You just are it. You've had enough life experience, enough inner work to just embody the energy of success and tenacity and courage. You don't have to burn the midnight oil or the candle at both ends. You just show up. And people are impressed by you, but you're not saying, look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm not feeling that. And that's maybe part of what I was seeing here with all the resumes and ID cards and everything. It's like, you're like, all right, explore your options. Go ahead, buddy. Explore your options. Sir, I'm hearing ma'am. I don't know. Go ahead, because you're going to choose me in the end anyways. This is the feeling I'm getting. And maybe this is you with like another aspect of yourself. Doesn't have to be another person. It could be you have been trying to decide 7 of Cups or who you are and where you want to go. And you're telling yourself, go ahead, explore all these parts that, aren't really resonating with you, that aren't really your authentic self. Go ahead, try them on for size, explore that path, explore. Your real path of destiny and success will be waiting here. And I'm going to find out what that is in a second. But you are attaining this path. Well, I don't want to say it that way. You're attaining some kind of reward on your destined path because of your tenacity and courage and your ability to keep going. Okay? It is a strength. Spirit is not saying stop with something entirely. Just take a little break here and there. Treat yourself for all you've already done. And if I have to tell a Taurus twice to treat themselves, what am I even doing? Who am I? Like we know. All right, I'll stop. Let's see. I'm also getting something about like you're not vanilla. I don't know. Maybe you need to spice things up in some way. Let's see, the challenge. Uncontrolled, again, the Chariot in reverse. Reckless, indecisive. This could be somebody else's energy around you, or it could be you. Let me just turn on Do Not Disturb. I'm getting some weird messages here. People are commenting, and somebody left a strange comment. Uncontrolled, right? So somebody might have a uncontrolled, strange comment about something. They're a little reckless with their words. It could be challenging you. I also feel like there is something you're working on and you're going, I'm hearing dilly-dallying, you're going back and forth. you're indecisive about how you want something to be or what you're going to do next, don't make that more of a challenge than it actually needs to be. Okay? It's just a matter of preference for you. Let's see. Tell me more about the challenge. This person who's always on your mind and you're always on their mind hasn't come through very strongly yet, so I'm curious why that's so quiet here. We have the Star in reverse, disappointment. Well, maybe you don't want to be disappointed about whatever that message is about here. Perhaps it has been disappointing. Despair and uninspired. If you've been recently experiencing some downturn in your success, Spirit is showing me here you really are going to attain something, but it takes courage to allow yourself to heal and go on a retreat. Like it doesn't have to be a literal retreat, but just a staycation with yourself. Because I'm feeling this impulse of like, well, it's not working, so I must work harder. Or this didn't get the results I needed, so I'm going to do it like, I'm going to go way harder next time. And that's not actually the solution. It's kind of to pull back for a second. Uncontrolled, disappointment, the Star in reverse, the Chariot in reverse. I also feel this past path coming up where you were on a trajectory and it didn't pan out. Could have been in a relationship, could have been in a career or something, but didn't really get you to where you envisioned yourself to be. What do you want to say about that, Spirit? Protection. Eternal charisma. You're too much for that path. Okay? Really. I'm seeing some bright light, which I'm taking as you, in this like tunnel, like a miner's tunnel, miner's cave. And it's almost like you were too bright for a certain place. There was something that wanted to be kept in darkness, but you were shining a light on it. So you didn't get very far there because maybe you threatened something or you were bringing some awareness to something that wants to stay cloaked or wanted to stay cloaked. So whatever path didn't pan out for you, it was for your protection. And it was so that you didn't dull your shine. I'm hearing and become one of them. I don't know what that's about. It's so that you could keep feeling your own energy. What are you saying? And not mix yourself up with others. It's almost like there was an environment or maybe a relationship where you were being encouraged to wear a certain mask or to fit in. Yeah, goes back to like meeting someone and being aware of their perception of you. But Spirit's saying you're too big for that. Your energy's too big for that. That's not transcend that, right? Elevation, get out of that, ascend that. There's more bigger success here. And I feel like that's already happened. Okay. Or it's already happened. Something that you didn't receive or didn't get. You may wonder what happened there. It was for your protection. You are, what's the right word? You're a real treat. Okay? You're a real treat. And there is some environment, whether that's a relationship, a job, a family, a location, a country, a city, a house, that just didn't support your sweetness. Okay? Really. Didn't see things clearly here about what you had to offer. And I don't think it's not only that, they weren't big enough for you either. Okay? Can I get a card on Always on my mind. Who is this? What is this? Always on my mind. Unstoppable, Knight of Swords. Focus. Courage. See, they're focused on you. Knight of Swords, though, is pretty impulsive, doesn't hold back, but I'm having to like kind of pull it out. And maybe it feels like pulling teeth with someone or something. Like, what are you really thinking? Or what's always on your mind? They could feel this way about you, too. But there is a focus on each other at some level. Maybe this isn't for everyone, and that's why it's not coming through strongly. So just take it if it resonates. But I want to explore it a little bit here. Resistance, the Hangman. Right. Stalling, indecision. This is an energy that's procrastinating and trying to figure out what? Figure out what? Unpaid debt, Six of Pentacles in reverse, stinginess, self-interest. Whether it's in their best interest or not to communicate with you with the Knight of Swords, Three of Swords in reverse, to seek some kind of relief, some kind of closure or resolution. Whether to, they're even struggling whether to accept how things actually are right now, or whether they should, what? Whether they should, self-fulfillment, Nine of Pentacles. Tell me more about that. Hold on. What's this? There's a question here this person, compromise. There's a question here this person has, and it could be you or it could be both of you. Whether you should keep giving your heart, your energy, your mind, your emotions towards something that feels like it's not over, something you're thinking about a lot, you're nostalgic about. Should you do that? Is there healing there? Is there some kind of resolution, whether you speak to this person or not? Or should you like kind of just shut that down? Like really eliminate it from your mind, your energy, and focus on attainment, like financial attainment or working together with others, career, building a business, moving up in the world. I don't think these things are at odds though. And you might feel like they are, but I don't think they are. There's some kind of stability here that you've garnered for yourself, security, you've worked very hard on, despite some kind of emotional, is it emotional or is it mental? I think it's energetic. I saw the High Priestess, and the Wand's energy, some energetic difficulty here with some kind of connection or relationship. Could be family, could be love, could be friends. Yeah, you're trying to shut one out to sustain the other, but I feel Spirit saying you don't need to do that. It feels like you could alchemize this energy or treat it. I'm hearing you could treat this energy, heal this energy, and whatever it is that you're working on here with the Nine of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the Hierophant remains unthreatened by this healing and may actually benefit from it. That's interesting. This song keeps stopping where it is, and it keeps stopping at 404. Not found. Okay, let's see. Let's put this off to the side for a second here, Spirit, and get the tarot out and see where we go. I'm so curious about what's going on here. Let me just get it. Let's indulge this, if you don't mind. Yeah, it's kind of in the shadow, right? Let's get the shadow cards. Tell me a little bit more about what's going on here with this. You are always on my mind. Maybe we should look at that song. Oh my God, this music's like, don't play me. Okay, so I won't. You were always on my mind lyrics. Maybe I didn't love you. It's Willie Nelson. 1982 could be significant. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have, and maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I made you feel second best, girl, I'm sorry, I was blind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. And maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times. I guess I never told you. I'm so happy that you're mine. Little things I should have said and done. I just never took the time, but you were always on my mind. For some of you, this could be even a parent. Okay, doesn't have to be, but I'm getting that as I'm reading it. Tell me that your sweet love hasn't died, and give me one more chance to keep you satisfied. I'll keep you satisfied. Little things I should have said and done. I just never took the time, but you were always on my mind. Wow. What's going on there? So let's see. Spirit, what's going on there? Another layer. Maybe we'll dig into this when we go into the extended. You don't have to come to the extended. We'll probably get some more now. But I say that because in the extended, I always say we'll go another layer. So it reminded me of that. But Spirit already knows what you're going to do, whether you're going to go to an extended or not. So if you don't want to go, or you don't like that whole idea, like, what? There's an extended? Then trust that you're going to get the information you need here. Okay, and there's nothing over there for you. Just trust yourself and your decisions here. And that's a message too. But let's see this other layer with this energy. You are always on my mind. Break the rules. The Hierophant. Okay. Somebody has said, I'm never going to do this, or they've set a boundary or something like this. Expectation, someone from the past. Someone could have, intimidated. Somebody feels like they didn't meet your expectations, someone from the past, or maybe you feel you didn't meet their expectations. There was some kind of intimidation here. I feel like this relationship, or whatever this is, there needed to be some courage to step outside of their usual way of doing things, or your usual way of doing things. You know, there was some bravery, vulnerability that was required, some deeper levels of honesty and self-reflection that somebody here, maybe both, just didn't do. That was like breaking the rules of lonely. It's almost like there's a fear of being lonely, so you don't let anybody in, or it could have been them. Now, Taurus, I do want to say to some of you I'm connecting with today, even if you did really open up to someone, I still feel like some way, somehow you shut them out of something important. Okay, I know that's not the best thing to hear, but that's what I'm feeling. Possessive over your own energy. Okay, or maybe you shut them out because they were getting possessive. I don't know, there's something going on here. So why does Taurus need to know about this? Why is this message coming through? Is there healing around this now? What's happening? Stress? It's a source of your stress. It's a source of your anxiety, even if you don't realize it. This has happened to me in the past, and, kind of more recently, where I've been stressed about different things in my life. And then, I'll do like some kind of meditation or something, and things like that I wasn't thinking about from the past will come up. And I'm like, whoa, how is that? Like, that's deep in the subconscious, and that's aiding in my whole issue around whatever else is going on. If I'm stressed about security, or I'm stressed about the next move I'm going to make in my life, it's linked to some past thing where something went off the rails. But I'm just not making that link consciously. So this is where some healing is coming in. And this is why Spirit's telling you to de-stress. You're transcending. You're elevating. There's no doubt about it. Success is your destiny. But this is the layers of work, another layer, layers of work. And I don't mean work like as in this is going to be hard, but layers of reflection that need to occur in order for you to de-stress. Okay, so why else is this coming through? read between the lines. Something isn't... What? Something isn't what? Fatal attraction. Something isn't a fatal attraction? I don't know. I feel like I'm going to stop there because... Unseen. I feel like I'm getting into sensitive territory for some reason. I feel like you're stopping me. Or someone's stopping me. Maybe this other person. Okay, so let's go into the tarot. It's already 35:35. Okay. Let's see. What's going on here for you, Taurus? The Hermit. A layer deeper. Inner journey. Okay, let's get all the cards out. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Okay, Taurus, this is a big, powerful message here for you. Knight of Wands, there you are. This is you coming through with your Six of Pentacles. Giving, giving, giving. Giving, giving, giving. You know, doing the work, putting things out there. You are a giving person, whoever I'm connecting with today. The Hermit as your overall energy. So yeah, deep reflection. Tell me, what is it exactly that I wasn't going to clarify, but let's just see. Tell me exactly, what are you reflecting about? What is this? What are you thinking? King of Cups, hidden emotions, what you feel but what you don't say. How does that actually affect you? In some ways it supports you, okay? It lays a foundation for some of your creativity, some of your ambition and goals. It could be a driving force for you, but in other ways, something wants to come to the surface. Your hidden emotions. And they are hidden. Others have no idea what you're feeling. And I think that's kind of your plan. The Chariot. Yeah. To control. Because we had the Chariot in reverse here, right? As uncontrolled, it says on it. So in the upright, this is controlling your emotions. Controlling how others see you, too. And your emotional expression. So you're thinking about that. Where are your hidden emotions, your subconscious states of mind and energy? Where are they taking you in the future? Is there something closer that you need to look at? And I'm saying yes, there is. Two of Pentacles, something you need to balance out here. So this is your overall energy. And it's in alignment with what Spirit's saying to you to do. So that's good. You're already doing what Spirit's encouraging you to do. You're on the right track. This is a part of your transcendence and ascension. What you don't see coming is the Ace of Wands. Again, for some of you, you're spicing something up, okay? You don't see that coming. It's going to be good for you. It's part of your self-care, actually. Ace of Wands is exciting energy. It's like a new burst of energy. Let's see. An inspiration. I don't know why this keeps ending. And it's always ending on, what is the song called? Into the Forest I Go. Well, that's appropriate for the Hermit. Eight of Swords. Into the forest you go to see what's actually hidden in your mind, what's stressing you out, what's keeping you burnt out, what's keeping you compromising your own healing journey for some kind of sense of stability or security. It's this feeling of like, I have to go. I have to constantly be doing something. I have to constantly be like planning, thinking about something, or perfecting something. But again, you make it look effortless with the King of Cups. Like nobody's seeing what's going on here. Which is good for you. You enjoy that, okay? That protects you maybe in some way. I'm not saying you need to hang it all out there, what's happening. That's not the message. It's just Spirit saying, I see it. I can see what's going on. Okay? and it's important what's going on, the Eight of Swords. So there's an inspiration that helps you recognize some deeper levels of stress. So what is the Ace of Wands? You could also get some kind of contact, communication. Yeah, and you're pessimistic about it with the Eight of Swords. Falling in love. Oh, Taurus, you're pessimistic about falling in love? Ace of Wands is exciting. This doesn't have to be with a person. It could be with a certain path, but shine your light. That's what we were saying. This is a place to shine your light. When you reject love, even though you're feeling it, you're dimming your light. Okay, well, that's what you don't see coming. Falling in love with something, but you're going to be hella pessimistic about it because of something you went through. Okay, Two of Swords. You're going to have to make an important decision about whether you're going to pursue this. And that decision needs to come from an inner journey, an inner decision, weighing the shadow and the light, understanding what holds you back and what propels you forward in this particular opportunity with the Ace of Wands. Are you going to allow yourself to go for something or not? So we're going to get to the advice, but let's see the opportunity. Eight of Wands. From the Ace of Wands to the Eight of Wands, this is exciting. Now, this is the energy that you're working towards and that maybe you wish you had a little bit more of, but it is your opportunity. Okay, so it is here for you. Things are going to pick up, progress, move forward. And there aren't a lot of hiccups here in this opportunity for a lot of energetic expansion. This is also often discussed as incoming and fast-moving communication. Truthfully, I'm not entirely sure why this card's interpreted this way, because communication is often mercurial, sword energy, air energy. I'm seeing this less as communication in the terms of like verbal communication or written communication, and more in terms of energetic messages, signs, synchronicities, dreams, deeper visions in meditation, downloads. Okay. So let's see a little bit more about this opportunity. The sun. The sun. Here comes the sun. This is amazing. Eight of Wands and the sun for the opportunity, destiny, and success. My ear's ringing here. Okay, so maybe someone will ring you, okay, with an opportunity. This is healing, rapid. Like, I'm telling you, you just need a couple hours a day. Like, give yourself that time and you bounce back. Okay, the bull needs to rest for a little bit, but you're going to get back up on your feet and do your thing real quick. Now, if you're thinking about love, because the falling in love card came out, I mean, the opportunity here is, wow. It's a lot of passion. It's a lot of vitality. It's a lot of illumination and clarity after feeling like there's no hope or that you've been rejected in some way. If you're not looking for love or you don't think that pertains to you, Ace of Pentacles, then it's about some other kind of opportunity, material opportunity. Okay? So the challenge is the 10 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. This is a little bit of perfectionism. This is a little bit of like, well, what else could I do? I have an hour off today. Maybe I could jam in like this task I need to do and that thing, or like, maybe I need to keep working on this or build it even bigger than it is now. And I'm not saying you can't keep going with something. You can, but it's a challenge because it's a little depleting. Your energy's kind of fractured here where you're really thinking about long-term security and what you could do to obtain it when you're already going to. You're already doing it. You're already doing it. You're already doing all the things you need to do. It's like you're just overcomplicating something or adding more work when you don't need to. And maybe some of that is a little bit of a distraction from this wound that's coming through. Okay? Or you're proving something to yourself, or maybe even to someone else at a deep level. Take what resonates. Okay. Your advice is judgment, awakening, Pluto, transformation, control. So let's see. This is ascension, transcendence, right? This goes exactly with this card. This could also be, I'm just seeing this now, this could also be that, other people selecting you out of the many, right? It's taking them some time. They have to learn some things first. Okay, and I'm not saying you need to allow somebody to go out and just like mess around with a bunch of people and come back to you and be like, I was wrong, you're the one, Taurus. That's not the message, unless you're okay with that. And if you are, no judgment, right? But it's more of like, less literal. It's like somebody's really trying to hone and define what they really want, and it's just taking them some time. Okay, judgment for the advice. Ace of Cups. So we had the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. Your heart is awakening. You have a lot of love to give and a lot of love to receive, Taurus. Okay? There's a transformation of the heart, healing. So your advice is to spend some time with your heart and with your relaxation, your creative flow. Allow that to come up to the surface with judgment here. Can I get one more on advice, guidance? Page of Swords. Yeah, I feel like this is Spirit saying spend some time thinking about what really makes you feel relaxed. What really lights you up in your heart space and makes you feel like everything is in flow and you're happy and you're joyous. Like there's something here you need to spend more time with. Less pressure. And there's also a question about love, for sure. What is true love? Maybe you haven't found it yet. Maybe you have. I don't know. But there's something for you to discover. Page of Swords. To gain more information about the Ace of Cups. The potential for love, joy, creativity, reawakening in your life. The outcome. Okay, so if you want to go to the extended, the link is in the description box below. We're going to go another layer, see what's underneath. I can't believe this reading has been so long. Maybe you don't need it. So just do whatever you feel guided to do. But the outcome is the Devil. I feel like this is really positive. Okay, this is you shining a light in the darkness, even though other people said, no, don't shine your light there. Don't see what's hidden. You're like, no, I'm gonna shine my light. Okay, I'm not gonna stay here in this miner's tunnel digging for gold all day with you, even though you're trying to keep everything hidden. But I am gonna shine my light and see if it's actually there or not. So this is you discovering something in the shadow. Let's see. What are you discovering as the outcome? The Tower. Ooh. Let's see. And the Hierophant. Ooh, you're bringing back some kind of order. Page of Wands. You're coming in, or somebody might be coming in to restore some actual order. Now, that order might actually initially feel like disorder. What else do I say about that? It's like, when you get burnt out and you feel like you can't do anything and you're just like, oh my God, I have all these things due, but like I have this like I'm just brain fogged. I'm drained. Like, I need to rest. I need to lay down. And you're like, this is a tower. Like, I got that assignment's due tomorrow, right? But that moment of spirit slowing you down is actually restoring order into your life. Okay? If you didn't slow down, you wouldn't do the assignment properly. Something like that. Okay? Now, related to love, this could be someone comes in, you fall in love, and you're like, uh-oh. Now things are really going to get complicated because I have this work schedule I have to keep up with, or I'm already in love with someone else, and now I'm in love with someone else. Like, who knows, right? I don't know what's happening. But it creates this kind of tower. But Spirit's actually restoring order and balance into your life. Okay? Because you pointed your light in the darkness and said, what's in there? And Spirit said, oh, they're ready to see what they've been missing. They're ready to receive it. Here you go. And this is really successful for you. So something that initially looks scary or like it's not going to turn out well actually goes way better than you even planned. Okay, this could even be like a work project. It's like something, I'm not saying this is going to happen. Okay, like I don't even want to speak it into existence, but it is coming through. It's like something accidentally gets deleted, a draft or something, and you have to do it again. But the new version is way better. Okay? 7 of Cups again. Possibilities and strength. There's something about this that crystallizes your sense of certainty, whatever comes in and feels like this is going to cause a disruption in my life, like it's shaking up something. It actually gets you to see with certainty what you really want. Okay? There's a missing piece here that's being offered to you, and you get to decide whether you want it or not, is really what I'm seeing. All right, Taurus, that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. Oh, I'm also seeing with this clarity, closure, understanding of some kind of confusing situation and having the courage to look at that confusion, okay, and to work with it, work through it. You'll get some kind of resolution. You'll get some kind of justice, balance, healing. All right. Taurus, that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.